وعلى رسول الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. Abu Bakr, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who out of his mercy on us he has brought us back after the break. This time last year nobody can come out of his house. By this time last year after Ramadan we were all still in our homes. So it will make us understand that this year when we can come out of our homes a week, 2 weeks after Ramadan, it's a big favor from Allah. Just like, yes, for those of our brothers who, if you watch the events of Ramadan in Masjid al-Haram or Masjid al-Nabawi, you will say people are few. People were actually few. The people were very, very few. Very few. Very few. One of those selling something in Makkah said to me, he said, Makkah is asleep in Ramadan. So he said, but they are hopeful that gradually things begin to take shape. Many of the hotels in Makkah are locked up. Many hotels are closed down. Many hotels are closed down in Makkah and in Madinah. And you go through the regular process of having to check your COVID-19 status. Before you leave Lagos, you must do a test to be sure that you don't have COVID-19. You must do a test before you leave. Otherwise, the airlines will not pick you. Not just that you do a test. That test must not be longer than 72 hours by the time you land in Saudi Arabia. Meaning that if you are traveling on Tuesday, for example, afternoon, if you take that test on Saturday, you will not be able to travel. Because by the time you get there, it will be more than 72 hours. So the closer the time, the better for you. One brother was dropped. The brother who was in front of me was dropped because they calculated it. His test will be 74 hours by the time he lands in Jeddah. He came back only 3 days after we had gone. He came from Abuja to fly in from Lagos. He was dropped because of the time. He did the test in Abuja and came to Lagos. When they calculated it, he will be 2 hours ahead of 72 hours by the time he will land. So he was dropped. He had to do the test again in Lagos before he could get a flight to Jeddah. So that's the first time you do a test. And when you get to Jeddah, instead of getting into Medina, you are going to go in a bus to Medina from Jeddah. You will not go into Makkah. You go to Medina. And to our surprise, big surprise, we got to Medina. We were not allowed to leave the hotels. We were given 3 days quarantine. So you'll be hearing the adhan from Masjid al-Nabawi, but you can't go. 3 days. Abu Abdur-Rahman, Jitta? Kayf al-Hal? So it's a big favor with all that. And when you are coming back, okay, 3 days, on the night of the third day, you are going to do another COVID-19 test. It is when you are confirmed negative, you can now go out of your hotel room. Some people might have escaped that Medina quarantine, especially those who came in the last 10 days or towards when they saw that many of the people who came were actually negative. It's just a way of confirming the result from your own country. It's for our sake. Because I think COVID-19 became more transferred, and in fact in India that it is disturbing now because of gatherings. people had gatherings. They thought that they had made the vaccination, and then they had gatherings without, being careful. So it became another widespread calamity. May Allah protect us. So, but in Medina, in Saudi Arabia, the government was very, very careful. Every step was careful. There are some stores you go to. There was a software, they call it Tawakkalna. So that you don't say, no, Tawakkal, la, la, la. The Tawakkul is that you should have that software on your phone. What will that software do? It will tell us that you have done a COVID-19 test. It will tell us that you have also obtained a COVID-19 vaccine. If you don't do it, the app, when you download it, it will be showing green on your name. Just input your passport number. It will bring your data. Saudi Arabia. Just put your passport number. All your data will come on your phone. They connected your data to it. So when you are confirmed negative, that blue color will change to a green color. So there are some stores, when you go to buy something, they will ask you, "Fain tawakkalna." Wait, show me your tawakkalna. Once you bring out the tawakkalna, if it shows blue, what does that mean? You have not tested negative, or that you have not obtained the COVID-19 vaccine. So they will not allow you in. Even if you want to drink a cup of tea, they will not allow you to go. So the restrictions were very strong. On the third night, they came to obtain another sample. And then in the morning, they confirmed that we were negative. That was when we were able to visit the masjid, Masjid al-Nabawi. And I felt very happy. If they had confirmed us positive, what will you do? Although we obtained the vaccine before we left, but there are cases across the world where people obtain vaccine and they still tested positive. Have you heard cases? There are cases in the world. People would obtain vaccines, they still tested positive. So, and I think it's worthy of mention that the Saudi Arabian government should be praised and prayed for the kind of interventions they placed to be sure that people are able to come to perform your worship and go without a problem. May Allah make this country to be more stable than it is. May Allah continue to guide the leaders of that country to that which is best for the Muslims and the people of Islam. They really tried. They tried. Even though we were not pleased with the fact that once you make your Umrah, you cannot come near the Kaaba again. Once you come, Umrah wouldn't take you more than 3 to 4 hours. But once you make that tawaf of Umrah, bye-bye with Kaaba. Except those who lied. Some Nigerians would wear their ihram again because you have a tag. There's a tag that has a scan code. You know the scan code? There's a scan code. There is a code like a box with black paint. They call it QR scan code. When they place that phone, the phone on that card, on your QR scan code, it will tell them that you are supposed to have performed Umrah on so date. Even Salah, I still have a reservation for Salah. You will book for Salah. I want to pray Zuhur in Haram today. You will book. They will give you a booking. I still have a booking that I obtained. Although all those things stop later. But at the beginning you book for Salah. I will perform Zuhur inside Haram. I will perform Asr inside Haram. Although they stopped all those things, I think when it became clear that many of the people around were properly vaccinated and are testing negative, they relaxed most of these rules. But it was very, very strict. That QR scan code you will have on your hand. If you don't have it, police will drop you. I was dropped once when I left it in the room. Police will drop you. You will not go near the haram. Abu Abdur-Rahman was there. You know, he read law. He came to intervene with police. They said, no, I must be dropped. And I was dropped, so I returned to the room. So, and I was having my vaccination card. So what I did was, as I was going back, something came to my mind. I had to go on my feet. Why not try another police gate, another police entrance? So I went to try another police entrance. So as he asked, where is it? I just showed them my green vaccination card. I said, go. He was surprised to see me again. Abu Abdur-Rahman. Jazawullahu khairan. So the government of Saudi Arabia deserves a lot of dua for tawfiq, for sadad, for their efforts to be sure that people perform this worship and are safe by the time they go back. The night before our journey back home, samples were collected again. 3 times. The night before we came back home, they came to collect samples again from your nose and from far throats. It's a simple thing. Initially, your boss will say, what kind of thing is going on? It's not going anymore. They'll just, roll it. The way we clean our ears. It's a simple procedure. Very simple. And likewise in the far throat. They just rub it like this. That's all. Although you'll observe after that thing that you'll be feeling dizzy somehow. After they collect the sample, you feel I think some chemicals that are on that board, the cutting board. They collect it. Then the next morning they give you the results. You take that result to the airport, so airline will fly you. And the airline itself has a lot of things. They have a bag. That bag has hand sanitizer, it has gloves, it has nose mask, it has a lot of things. So a lot of restrictions. A lot of restrictions. But in it all, we're able to go, we're able to perform Umrah, we're able to observe many salawat in Haram. Then we came back home peacefully with Bismillah. I think that is sufficient. I always say that ma la yudraku kulluhu la yutraku kulluhu. If you can't get all of something, don't lose everything. If you can't make tawaf every day, tawaful wada, no tawaful wada, go home. We call it tawaf with dagbere. Abi, no dagbere, go to your home, go. Because the hukum of tawaful wada for umrah is sunnah. So go home. So that the rest of the pilgrims will have sufficient space around the Kaaba for their tawaf. As much as the restrictions were, the joy that we could make Umrah. Last year we did not have anything. In our own countries we could not even come out of our homes. I remember that last year we observed Eid al-Fitr at home. People were observing Salawat at home. We couldn't come out. No felicitations, no anything except on social media. Taqabbalallahu minna wa minkum on social media. Khalas. You wouldn't see anybody to say that to face. So shouldn't we thank Allah for that favor? And we hope that inshallah as things go on, there will be relaxation. I saw yesterday that the Hajj will be performed by only 65,000 people. 60,000. 66, I saw 65 or 66. So the pilgrims from inside Saudi Arabia will be only 15,000. Only 40,000 will come from outside. I don't think those who came for Umrah were up to 40,000. I don't think so. This is an event that you take millions. Umrah in Ramadan, because of the reward the Messenger mentioned regarding it. Alayhi salatu wasalam. He says, that is Hajj with me. Umrah in Ramadan has a reward of Hajj with the Prophet Muhammad. Alayhi salam. The hadith is authentic. It's in Bukhari and Muslim. The woman who came to meet the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and said to him that she could not make Hajj with him because she was attending to her husband who was ill. So he encouraged her to make Umrah. That Umrah will have the reward, equivalent reward of Hajj with me. So that's why in Ramadan everybody wants to make Umrah. And it was very interesting, bi'idhnillah. At least we observe Salah. And then every time you go out of your room, you have to have face masks. There is no apology. Face mask. Everybody outside your room, face mask. Everybody. Police, army, everybody wore face masks outside your room. And then the staff in the hotels were very few. Very few people in the hotels. Very few. Very few. To reduce the number of people you come in contact with. And to make fresh air available. Those were the considerations. And the cleaning was very regular. No Zamzam. All those Zamzam points. Well, Zamzam. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. What came in place of that were some boys who had backpacks of water. They will serve you the water or give you a small bottle of water. Very small. Okay, you stand up, go to the bucket there to collect them. That one, no, because they don't want you to be touching something. And then someone comes to touch it. You are not touching something and then another person touches it. No. So the restrictions were much. And the situation where, especially in Medina, people from different places bring food to distribute in the masjid. No. There was a central collection point. The government said, you want to give food, bring it. So government controlled it by itself. And all the foods were packaged by government. To be sure that it is not this one touches it, the other one touches it, the other one touches it. All those things were stopped because of that. So a very, very huge process for them. Yet, they still try to accommodate the people. They still try to make us be able to perform Umrah. I think it's a lot of kudos to them. And we need to be making dua for the country. May Allah continue to strengthen them and guide them. We came back to hear that one man somewhere was abusing the companions of the Prophet Muhammad. Alayhi salatu wassalam. The ulama used to refer to anybody who did that as Zindiq. You know who the Zindiq is? Somebody who is pretending to be a Muslim, but is actually a kafir. The ulama, Al-Imam Abu Zur'a, I wrote down his own statements. Rahimahullah. Ubaydullah ibn Abdul Karim. He said, إِذَا رَأَيْتَ الرَّجُلَ يَنْتَقِصُ أَحَدًا مِنْ أَصْحَابِ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. He says, فَعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ زِنْدِيق. It will summarize everything. إِذَا رَأَيْتَ رَجُلًا يَنْتَقِصُ أَحَدًا مِنْ أَصْحَابِ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. It says, فَعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ زِنْدِيق. If you hear any man, يَنْتَقِصُ أَحَدًا, who is bringing down, demeaning, mentioning with dispraise anyone amongst the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, alayhi salatu wasalam, says, فَعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ زِنْدِيق. You should understand, you should recognize him to be a zindiq. So it is the Zanadiqah who abused the companions of the Prophet Muhammad. The Imam Ubaydullah ibn Abdul Karim was in the 3rd century of Islam. Abu Zur'at al-Razi says, إِذَا رَأَيْتَ رَجُلًا يَنْتَقِصُ أَحَدًا مِنْ أَصْحَابِ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم فَعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ زِنْدِيق. If you find anyone abusing the companions of any one of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, says, فَعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ Zindiq. Imam Ibn Hazm mentioned that in Al-Muhalla. There is this book, Ash-Shifa. You know Ash-Shifa? In the north, they refer to it, they say Ashafa, Ashafa. In the north. It's a book by Imam Abu Musa Qadi Iyad. Qadi Iyad. We know Qadi Iyad, one of the scholars of the Madhab Malikiyah. He wrote a book about the Prophet Muhammad, alayhi salatu wasalam. He titled it Ash-Shifa fi at-Ta'rif bi Huquq al-Mustafa. Ash-Shifa fi Mada Ta'rif Huquq al-Mustafa. This book is to make us understand the rights of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu upon the rest of us. In it, Al-Imam Qadi Iyad said, Sabbu Ali Baytihi, abusing the people inside the household of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sabbu Ali Baytihi wa azwajihi, or abusing his wives. To abuse Ahlul Bayt, the people of the household of the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam. Wa azwajihi wa ashabihi radiyallahu anhu, his wives and his companions radiyallahu anhu. Wa tanaqqusuhum, and bringing them down, demeaning them, speaking with them, speaking words of disgrace and insult to these companions radiyallahu anhu. It is haram. It is haram. Mal'unun fa'iluhu. The one who does it is what? Mal'un. Any la'ana len to bashiven. Any keni to bambu àwọn sàbí Ànábì sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Àbí àwọn ìyàwó Ànábì radiyallahu anhu. Mal'un. Ìṣesí yẹn haram. Mal'unun fa'iluhu. Ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ṣe ẹni èpè lẹ́ni náà mal'un, ẹni ìṣẹ́bílé, ẹni tó jìnnà sí kẹ́ Ọlọ́run lẹ́ni tí ó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìtumọ̀ la'na ni al-bu'd an rahmatillah. The meaning of la'na is that an individual is far away from the mercy of Allah. So it will be clear to zindiq, mal'un, anyone who abuses the companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Abdullah ibn Abbas, Al-Imam Al-Tabarani, rahimahullah, in Al-Mu'jam Al-Kabir, he mentions a hadith. Al-Imam Muhammad Nasiruddin Al-Albani mentions it authentic in Sahih Al-Jami', in which the Prophet said, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, Man sabba ashabi, man, anybody, Oba Joma Babangida, Oba Joma Adam, Oba Joma Hawa. Man, anybody. Man sabba ashab. Anybody who abuses my companions. It says, فَعَلَيْهِ لَعْنَةُ اللَّهِ وَالْمَلَائِكَةِ وَالنَّاسِ أَجْمَعِينَ. Man sabba ashabi, فَعَلَيْهِ لَعْنَةُ اللَّهِ وَالْمَلَائِكَةِ وَالنَّاسِ أَجْمَعِينَ. The curse of Allah be upon him. Anybody who abuses my companions. فَعَلَيْهِ لَعْنَةُ اللَّهِ. On him be Allah's curse. May the curse of Allah be on him. وَالْمَلَائِكَةِ. May the curse of the angels be on him. وَالنَّاسِ أَجْمَعِينَ. The people who curse. Because the people will be cursing. Sheni ulele ti daruni. Shele yo gbani. Shele yo makioni. Or ma lelele ni. They will be cursing. All those curses be unto him for abusing the companions of the Prophet Muhammad. So he's mal'oon, zindiq. Zindiq, mal'oon. Those are the people who will abuse. Anyone who does it, anybody who it may be. You abuse the companions of the Prophet, anta mal'oon. There is a curse of Allah on you. There is a curse of the angels on you. And every human being who sends curses have curses on you too. You are an accursed person. You are a shaitan. May Allah protect all of us. So it's a very, very bad thing to abuse the companions. Because when you abuse the companions, we will ask you, how do you know the Quran? Where did you get the Quran from? Shaykh Muhammad ibn Salih Al-Uthaymin, he has an extensive discussion of this matter in his Sharh on Al-Aqidatul Wasitiyah. So the one who abuses the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it's like he's abusing Allah too. If you abuse the Prophet, his companions, it's like you are abusing Allah. Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as-sadiqin. Fear Allah, be with the truthful people. So if you abuse the companions, what you are saying is that Allah made bad people to be the companions of Muhammad. How is that? The Prophet told us, alayhi salatu, Ar-rajulu ala dini khalili. The individual is upon the religion of his friend. So if the companions of the Prophet were bad, what do you mean about the Prophet? So that's why إذا رأيت الرجل ينتقص أحدا من أصحاب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم فاعلم أنه زنديق. Is zindiq. The one who did that is zindiq. 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 Mal'oon. Mal'oon. May Allah protect us from this evil. I think those are the issues. There is no need discussing people like that. Just give them their label. Zindiq. Mal'oon. Khalas. No discussion. And the ulama are agreed that if his abuse is for all the companions, he's kafir. Ikhwa, if the abuse is for one or two, if the abuse was for Aisha alone, that she was indecent, it is kufr. If a person abuses our mother Aisha regarding indecency as the Shia do, it is kufr. It takes the person out of Islam. How and why? It involves takzibul Quran, belying the Quran. Because the Quran vouchsafed her and mentioned her to be tahira and freed her of blemish. So when you bring blemish to her, you are saying that that verse of the Quran is a lie. It's kufr. It takes the person out of Islam. To abuse Aisha and accuse her of indecency is kufr. The person becomes a kafir. When Al-Imam Al-Qadi Iyad was saying, as we cited of him in Ash-Shifa, he's just saying maybe he mentions one companion or another companion and mentions him in a manner that is not befitting. That is haram. Mal'unun fa'iluhu. But when it has to do with Aisha, it is worse. When it has to do with Jumlatus Sahaba, the generality of the companions, it is kufr too. It is not just haram. It is a kufr that takes the person out of Islam. Two things. If it were Aisha, or if it were who? Jumlatus Sahaba. It's kufr. It takes the person out of Islam. And if he abuses one companion, thinking that it is lawful for him to abuse one companion, it's also kufr. Because that is from the aspects of considering to be halal what Allah has made haram. But if it were the jumla, the generality of the companions, it is kufr, it takes the person out of Islam. So he will be confirming his zandaqa, his zindiq. Zindiq, wherever he may be, is zindiq. Zindiq, mal'oon zindiq. Zindiq. So if we affirm his being a zindiq now, we know how to relate with him. We relate with him as we relate with zanadiqa. We'll be cursing them. May Allah protect all of us. Zindiq, a child of fitnah. A child no parent will wish to have. Or maburuku. Nobody will wish to have a child like that. May Allah protect all of us. Zindiq Mal'oon. The one who will abuse the companions. Zindiq Mal'oon. May Allah protect us. We were on Al-Asl Al-Ashir in our book Fiqh Al-Fitan that we were upon before we went on the break. Fiqh Al-Fitan. Shaykh Sulayman ibn Ar-Ruhayli. This year we didn't see them. There are no lectures inside Haram this year. Before, you see one sheikh will sit down, all students will be reading. He'll be reading a book and explaining. No, this year it was cassettes that we are played. In Masjid al-Nabawi, when I first heard a lecture, I said, are they playing a lecture or there's a teacher teaching? So I started looking for, you will not see the teacher. The same thing in Makkah. When the time of iftar is near, those are the times, or in the morning, those are the times that teachers teach in Al-Haramain. Nothing like that. You know why? So that there will not be gatherings like this. So wherever you are sitting, you'll be hearing one lecture. Somebody will be telling you what to do in Ramadan, how to perform Qiyamul Layl, the virtues of Ramadan, issues, general issues. They were played on the radios. May Allah forgive all of us. So we didn't see Shaykh Sulayman Ar-Ruhayli teaching in Masjid al-Nabawi this year. He does it in Ayyamul Muslim like this, during the times of major events like this. He comes to teach in Masjid al-Nabawi. But this year we didn't see him. Nobody, not just him, we didn't see anybody. No teacher. You are the teacher of yourself. Even the Masahif, yarhamukallah. The Masahif, the copies of the Quran you find on the shelves. The shelves are there, but no copy of Quran. It is a scan code. That's why, brothers, it's good to use better phone, dear. Let the phone be good, dear. Because of these kinds of circumstances. Good phones are good sometimes. So you have to use a scan code to scan. I scanned one. There's a Mus'haf from Madīnah on my phone. Although my own phone is Al-Majiri's phone. Oh. Let me quickly put it back inside my pocket. So on the places where you should see Masahif, you see a scan code. Especially in Madīnah. You go, you scan the phone. You scan the code. A Mus'haf, very beautiful Mus'haf will appear on your phone. The same thing at Masjid al-Miqat at Dhul Hulayfa. The Musalla was a rubber, plastic, nylon bag. You must be carrying a praying mat. Because they don't want you to make sujood on the ground, and then somebody else comes and makes sujood on the ground. If the first person has COVID-19, what will happen to the second person? You see now? So you must be observing Salah with what? With a praying mat. This one was strict. Even Masjid al-Haram, they avoided that. They will be watching your hand. Do you have a praying mat? Even in the nearby musallas, they were strict on it. You must be putting your head on something, not on the ground or the rug, so as to prevent disease spread. And they are watching everybody regarding security and regarding health issues. Everybody was watched. A brother read the Quran and he was weeping. In less than 5 minutes, those people cleaning just came. They told him to stand up. He stood up and they had to disinfect the area, clean the entire area. They cannot be saying inside this cry too. COVID-19, they inside. They tried, wallahi. These people deserve our dua. This khidmah is khidmah lil Islam. It's a servitude to Islam. It's service for Islam and its people. They deserve that when we remember them, we make dua for them for continuous guidance by Allah. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. I don't know which country where people will be going to 65,000, 75,000. In Qatar, we were on transit for over 15 hours. Over that. over 15 hours. Nobody was allowed to go out of the airport, sit down in the airport. The normal standard is that from 6-7 hours and above, if you are in transit, they will allow you go into the city. They will provide you a transit visa. Here you are in 15 to 16 hours transit, no visa. Sit down there. Why? They are afraid that nobody should bring COVID-19 into their country. So you can see. So the restrictions were much. Where is it from? May Allah forgive us our sins. Shaykh Sulayman Ar-Ruhayli, he went on with about 26 we still have some time, good time, inshallah. He mentioned 26 issues, 26 points that we must understand to handle issues of fitnah, trials. 26. And I think the last one we read was the 10th point. Al-Aslu Al-Ashir. We read the 10th, Abi? Did we read the 10th? Oh, we stopped at the 9th. طيب. Al-Aslu At-Tasi'u. He said, Hafidhahullah, Al-Aslu At-Tasi'. The 9th, we read Al-Aslu At-Tasi'. I felt so too. We have to start with Al-Aslu Al-Ashir. He said, Rahimahullah, Hafidhahullah, he's still alive. Al-Aslu Al-Ashiru. The 10th point to note regarding Al-Fitan. May Allah protect all of us. He said, Min Fiqh Al-Fitan, Jazawullahu Khairan. The brother who gave us this fund. He said, Al-Aslu Al-Ashir min Fiqh Al-Fitan. He says, Min Fiqh Al-Fitan, Anna Al-Fitana tujtanab ولا تجتلب. من فقه الفتن أن الفتن تجتنب ولا تجتلب. فالفتنة يبتعد عنها قبل وقوعها وعند وقوعها، ويبتعد عن أهلها ويبتعد عن أهلها حضورا وسماعا. يبتعد عن أهلها حضورا وماذا؟ وسماعا. عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم ستكون فتن القاعد فيها خير من القائم، والقائم فيها خير من الماشي، والماشي فيها خير من الساعي. من تشرف لها تستشرفه، فمن وجد فيها ملجأ أو معاذا فليعذ به. رواه البخاري ومسلم. وفي رواية لمسلم عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم تكون فتنة النائم فيها خير من اليقظان، واليقظان فيها خير من القائم، والقائم فيها خير من الساعي. فمن وجد ملجأ أو معاذا فليستعذ. وعن أبي بكرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم إنها ستكون فتن ألا ثم تكون فتنة القاعد فيها خير من الماشي فيها والماشي فيها خير من الساعي إليها ألا فإذا نزلت أو وقعت فمن كان له إبل فليلحق بإبله ومن كانت له غنم فليلحق بغنمه ومن كانت له أرض فليلحق بأرضه فقال رجل يا رسول الله أرأيت من لم يكن له إبل ولا غنم ولا أرض قال يعمد إلى سيفه ويدق على حده بحجر ثم لينجو إن استطاع النجاة ثم لينجو إن استطاع النجاة اللهم هل بلغت اللهم هل بلغت اللهم هل بلغت رواه مسلم. ولا يزال العبد بخير ما ابتعد عن الفتن ولا يزال العبد بخير ما ابتعد عن الفتن والقرب من الفتن يوشك أن يذهب بعقل الرجل حتى يتردى فيها. قال حذيفة رضي الله عنه ما الخمر صرف أو صرفة ما الخمر صرف بأذهب لعقول الرجال من الفتن رواه ابن أبي شيبة. وفي البعد عن الفتنة منع لها من أن تقع في القلب والمنع أسهل من الرفع والمنع أسهل من الرفع كما أن في ترك اجتلاب الفتن للبلد منعا من وقوعها فيه ودفعا لها والدفع أسهل من الرفع والدفع أسهل من الرفع. والفتن إذا وقعت صعب على الحكماء إطفاؤها والفتن إذا وقعت صعب على الحكماء إطفاؤها. May Allah protect us from fitan. The Shaykh says, Al-Aslul Ashir, the 10th major point to note during the times of fitan. Mufti, كيف الحال? He says, Min Fiqh Al-Fitan, from the basic matters in the rulings of Fitnah, we must note is that أن الفتن تجتنب ولا تجتلب. Al-Fitanu tujtanab. Fitna should be avoided. Wala tujtalab. It is not sought. Don't seek it. La tujtalab. Don't seek after fitna. Tujtanab. Fitna must be avoided and not sought after. Mawa fitina. Yaman safu fitina. And you can wa fitna. Al-fitna to tujtanab wala tujtalab. Al-fitna to tujtanab. Fitna is avoided. Wala tujtalab. It should not be sought. You should be running away from fitna. Don't run towards fitna. Understand this point. When there is fitna, what do? You run away from it. You don't do what? You don't run towards it. There are a lot of evidences regarding this, but let us continue because of time. I always cite this chapter in Sahih al-Bukhari, Kitabul Iman. Al-Imam al-Bukhari said, Al-Firaru min al-fitnat min al-Iman. Running away from fitna. It is part of what? Iman. What shows the Iman of an individual is that he sees fitna. He does what? He runs away. He has Iman. The one who sees fitna says, tawakkal ala Allah. La. It's maftul. It's tawakkala that he has made. What? The gen? Okay. I think that was affecting it. So don't run towards fitna. Because of what? Al-fitna tujtanab wala tujtanab. Many shabab, when there's fitna online, they say, we have to say something. We have to do radu. Hey, keep quiet. Al-fitna tujtanab wala tujtanab. Especially between two learned people. Don't say you want to do rod. I say clarify. Can you walk? Al-fitnatu tujtanab wala tujtanab. The fitna is avoided. You run away. You don't crave after fitna. You don't seek after fitna. You avoid fitna. This is a word that should be written in gold. Al-fitnatu tujtanab wala tujtanab. Fitna is avoided and never sought. Don't seek fitna. Fal fitnatu yubta'adu anha qabla wuku'iha wa inda wuku'iha. Al fitanu, tribulations and trials. Fitna yubta'adu anha qabla wuku'iha. You'll be avoiding it before it comes. When it has not come, you'll be running away from it. Wa inda wuku'iha. When it comes, you also run away from it. So there is no time you are waiting for fitna. Before it comes, you are avoiding fitna. When it now comes, you do what? You run away that it has now come. Let me run away from it. Aki saya koko naki nidi fitina. Aki she aya koko inaki nidi fitna. So the Sheikh says, Hafizahullah, fal fitanu يبتعد عنها قبل وقوعها وعند وقوعها ويبتعد عن أهلها. One of the ways of avoiding fitan قبل وقوعها وعند وقوعها, before it comes and when it actually comes, is what? ويبتعد عن أهلها. Avoid those people you recognize any fitina. Avoid them. يبتعد عن أهلها حضورا. Don't have anything to do with it. If he calls you, please, I want to see you, don't see him more. Because he is maftoon. He is worse than somebody carrying COVID-19. Huduran wa sama'an. The same thing. If he says, okay, I can't see you, can I discuss it with you on the phone? Just say no, please. Look for somebody else to discuss it with. The heads of this fitan, and those we know to be involved in it, when they want to see you, don't see them. When they want to talk to you over the phone, don't talk to them. Yubtadu an ahliha. We are always avoiding the people of fitan. Huduran wa sama'an. In terms of meeting them face to face. And in terms of what? Listening to them. Don't listen to them so that your mind does not capture the fitna. Don't listen to them. Avoid them. Wallahi la ilaha. Most of the times when people make fitna on social media, I don't even know that's fitna. I don't need to go. Abu Abdur-Rahman, we discussed a matter in Makkah. Dr. Bashar Awad Ma'ruf has Al-Musnad Al-Musannaf Al-Mu'allal. This book has 23 books of hadith. Musnad Ahmad, Musnad Al-Tayalisi, Masanid, Zawaid. The ahadith Al-Imam Al-Haytami compiled in Majma' Al-Zawaid, in addition to the 9 books, Bukhari, Muslim, Kutub Al-Sitta, Muwatta Malik, and others. And other books, about 23 of them, Khalq Af'al Al-Ibad, Al-Adab Al-Mufrad, 23 books. He mentioned all the riwayat of these ahadith in his Musnad al-Musannaf al-Mu'allam. For each companion, he arranged his hadith under Masanid. And under every companion, he arranged his hadith ala abwab fiqhiyya. This book occurs in 46 volumes. 46. It's a book of hadith. He now went into the books of ilal. For every hadith, he will mention what has been said regarding that hadith in the books of ilal. He will put it in the actual place where you and I will need it. One brother brought it. 46 volumes. So I said to him, if you have Musnadul Musannaful Mu'allal, you will not have time for Facebook Fitnah. Because you will be constructively busy. I say that if you have Fathul Bari, you will not have time for Fitnah on Facebook. Because you will be constructively busy. All those people involved in the Fitnah on social media, go and ask them. Some of them don't even have Tafsir Ibn Kathir at home. I tell you this. Tafsir Ibn Kathir. I'm not saying online. I'm not saying Shamila. Tafsir Gaga. Tira. Tafsir Ibn Kathir Gaga. They don't have. Many don't have. And they are the Ulama'ul Jarhi wa Ta'dil. Be constructively busy. It will help you to avoid fitna and the people of fitna. So the Sheikh says, Hafizahullah, وَيُبْتَعَدُ عَنْ أَهْلِهَا حُضُورًا وَمَذَا وَالسَّمَاعًا. We must avoid the people of fitna, حُضُورًا, in terms of meeting them face to face, وَالسَّمَاعًا, and in terms of listening to them. One brother bought Tuhfatu Talib al-Ahwazi, the Sharh of Sunan al-Tirmidhi, by Shaykh Muhammad ibn Adam al-Ethiopi, in 21 volumes. The Shaykh Muhammad ibn Adam al-Ethiopi said this book, every Talib al-Ilm should read it in his house. 21 volumes, Sunan al-Tirmidhi, Sharh Sunan al-Tirmidhi, 21 volumes. One volume may be up to 980 pages. Not it may be. I have the first 15 volumes now. I have got the last 6 volumes, so bismillah, this umrah. But it has not reached my hand. May Allah make it reach my hand safely. If I have Tuhfatul Talib al-Ahwazi in 21 volumes, I don't have time for fitna on Facebook. The Sheikh says, I should read that book inside my house with my wives and children. That's his nasiha for us. Abi? I'm sure we heard that wasiyah. He gave us a wasiyah. Shaykh Adam al-Ethiopi, he said this book, every Talibul Ilm, try to read it inside your house with your wife and children. 21 volumes. One volume up to 900 pages. If you are engaged in fitna on Facebook, you will not have time for it. Oh, Mashay Alim Jarh wa Ta'dil, and you are sifr, you don't know anything. The wasiyah of ulama for you, you will not follow it. You'll be looking for everything that is solori. Iso yen a gbo orun re, a si gbo dundun e. Se pe wahala lo wa. A gbo orun so en to nkirun lori irun. A si gbo dundun iso yen. Kini yo ma se ka, yo ma gbe di si, yo ma gbe mu si irun ti e wa nko. Se yo ni irun. May Allah protect us. Gbogbo ẹ̀ fitina ni o. Fitina ni o. That's why the Sheikh says, min Fiqh Al-Fitan, anna al-fitana tujtanabu wa la tujtalab. Fal-fitanu yubta'adu anha qabla wuku'iha wa inda wuku'iha. Wa yubta'adu an ahliha huduran wa sama'an. So he wants to give us the evidence for this expression. That we should be avoiding fitna and the people of fitna. Avoid them so much that you don't have anything to do with them. Don't visit them, don't talk to them. Don't ask them how far. So from the aspects of running away from fitna is not to talk to the people of fitna. Don't talk to them. May Allah protect us. The evidence for this is the hadith of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. He said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم ستكون فتن. The Prophet said, alayhi salam, fitan will occur, tribulations will happen, big trials will happen. Al-qa'idu fiha khayrun min al-qa'im. Al-qa'idu fiha khayrun min al-qa'im. Al-qa'idu fiha. The one who is sitting down during the fitna. During the fitna, al-qa'imu fiha. Al-qa'idu fiha. The one who is sitting down, al-qa'idu fiha. He's sitting down during fitna. You know when he sits down, he's also seeing the fitna. He's also occurring during the time of the fitna. So he's not completely free of the fitna. But he is better than the one who is standing during the fitna. What is the difference between the two of them? Shaykh Muhammad ibn Adam al-Ethiopi, because this hadith occurs in Sahih Muslim, he has another sharh of Sahih Muslim in 45 volumes. The one who we said he has a sharh of Sunan al-Tirmidhi in 21 volumes. He has not finished it though. That 21 volumes, it's not the end though. He has another sharh of Sahih Muslim in 45 volumes. There is no better sharh of Sahih Muslim. You can see what people are doing with their time, and you should think what you are doing with your own time. He said, Rahimahullah now. We used to say when we mentioned Shaykh Muhammad ibn Adam al-Ethiopi, when we were doing Sifatul Salah, we used to say Hafizahullah. Today is Rahimahullah. When we go to Haram in Makkah, he's amongst the people we look forward to sit in his halqa. Up to last year. Now it's Rahimahullah. You too be waiting for your own Rahimahullah. He's wasting your time on social media. May Allah protect us. The Sheikh says, لأن القائمة يرى ويسمع ما لا يراه. القائم, the one who is standing, يسمع ويرى ما لا يراه القائد. نعم. من القائد فيها خير من القائم. لأن القائد, the one who is standing, القائم, the one who is standing, يرى ويسمع ما لا يراه القائد. The one who is standing, he will be seeing and hearing things that the one who is sitting down will not see. So he is closer to the fitna than the one who is sitting down. The next riwayah we will read, the one who is sleeping, we'll come back to it. The one who is sleeping is better than the one who is awake. The one who is sleeping did not hear what the one who is awake would hear. We'll come back to that in the next riwayah that he cited to us. So he said the reason is that لأن القائم يرى ويسمع ما لا يراه ولا يسمعه القائد فهو أقرب إلى الفتنة منه. So القائم أقرب من الفتنة ممن من القائد. The one who is standing up أسمى فتنة جنتو جوكولو. لماذا؟ لأنه يرى ويسمع ما لا يراه ولا يسمع القائد. I hope that this matter is clear. I want Shalaya this Nabi. You should know what you are doing with your own time. So the person who is sitting down is better than the one who is standing during fitna. وَالْقَائِمُ فِيهَا خَيْرٌ مِنَ الْمَاشِي. The one who is just standing is better than the one who is walking inside it. He's going to ask, what is the next thing tomorrow? What are they doing tomorrow? Where are they celebrating tomorrow? Where are they demonstrating tomorrow? He's asking. He is mashi fiha. He is the one moving, going from one place. This one is worse than the one who is just standing. Because the second person who is going about, searching for information, looking for all this, he will be hearing and seeing what the one who is just standing will not hear and see. Just like the one who is sitting too. He will not hear and see what the person who is standing will see. May Allah protect all of us. Then he said, alayhi salatu wassalam, وَالْمَاشِي فِيهَا خَيْرٌ مِنَ السَّائِي. The one who is just walking during the fitnah, asking, finding out, al-mashi fiha, is better than as-sa'i fiha, the brain box of the fitnah itself. Those people who, they are the masterminders, the pioneers of the fitnah. Yes, is the one pursuing it. They know where the fitnah is going to. They know what they want to achieve with the fitnah. May Allah protect us. Then the Prophet said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Man tasharrafa laha tastashrifuhu. Man tasharrafa laha tastashrifuhu. Whoever goes out to see how the fitnah is, he will find it interesting. So don't go and look for how the fitnah is. Oh, they say they are doing something. I will tell you, let me just go and see how it is. Tastashrifuhu. Yo, Jazakallahu khair. You will go, it will interest you. When it interests you, what do you become? You become at least a mashi. If you are not the brain box, you finally become someone who is moving around inside. There are some people like that. I refer to them as Fatan. During Fitan, you'll be moving around. Sa'i fiha. Excuse me, what happened? Excuse me, what happened? Excuse me, what happened? Why? Who sent you this Sa'i wara al-fitnah? Can't you run away from the fitnah? May Allah protect us. The Prophet said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Man tasharrafa laha. Ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá yọjú wò, whoever comes to see how it is, yastashrifuhu, he will come to become enticed. He will like it. He will find it interesting. But he said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, therefore, فَمَنْ وَجَدَ فِيهَا مَلْجَأً, whoever finds a place where he can hide himself during fitnah, أَوْ مَعَاذًا, or a place where he can take solace, فَلْيَعِذْ بِهِ, let him go and take solace there. And to bari bito le sasi nínú fitness, sasi there. Ta ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Ànábì sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, don't go and look out, so that you don't become interested in it. But if you can find, like he said, alayhi salatu wassalam, malja'an, aw ma'adan, malja, a place where you can hide yourself to avoid the fitnah, aw ma'adan, a place you can seek solace to hide yourself away from the fitnah, what should you do? Let him seek protection in that thing or place, away from the center point of fitnah. Don't get involved in it. Safin. This is what Shaykh Sulayman Ar-Ruhayli said, that min Fiqh Al-Fitan, an al-fitana tujtanabu wala tujtanabu. Those who are looking for it, the qaid is part of those looking at it, because it's involved. You'll be hearing something, the one sitting down. You'll be hearing till you'll be seeing. Likewise the one standing. Likewise the one moving about, asking, let me go and see Shaykh Fulan. I think there's trouble between Shaykh Fulan and Shaykh Allan. You go to Shaykh Fulan, you hear the fitnah. You go to Shaykh Allan, you hear the fitnah. You go to the driver of Shaykh Allan, you hear the fitnah. You go to the doorkeeper of Shaykh, you are hearing the fitnah all about. In which body will the fitnah be gathered? You become maftoon. Many people become like that we know. Mawa fitina kajoko no lere. Sit inside your house. Whoever finds a place he can take solace, let him take solace in that place. Don't go out and be a sa'i in fitnah or a mashi in fitnah. لأن الفتنة تجتنب ولا تجتلب. The fitnah is avoided. It is not sought. رواه البخاري ومسلم. This hadith that we have read occurs in Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. وفي رواية لمسلم, in a riwayah of this same hadith by Al-Imam Muslim in his Sahih, and Abi Hurairah radiyallahu anhu قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. That riwayah was also from Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu. In it the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, تكون فتنة, a fitna will come, النائم فيها خير من اليقظان. The person who is sleeping at the time of the fitna, خير من اليقظان, is better than the one who is awake. When they are saying, you didn't hear God, see me, I didn't hear, I was sleeping. I didn't hear. I didn't see. I didn't hear. I was what? Sleeping. In fact, maybe that time he was dreaming that he was making tawaf. Or he's preparing to go for Yawm al-Tarwiyah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, in his dream. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. You that you are awake, what are you hearing? You see the difference between the two of you? That's why he said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, takunu fitnatu, there will be fitna, an-na'imu fiha khayrun min al-yaqظan. The person who is sleeping during fitna, he is better than the one who is awake. وَالْيَقْظَانُ خَيْرٌ فِيهَا مِنَ الْقَائِمِ. You see now. And the one who is sleeping, who is just awake, like we read from the previous report, the one who is sitting down is better than the one who is what? Standing. The one who is standing. The one who is sitting down is better than him. As for the one just standing, he's not moving, asking, finding out inside fitna. He's just standing. He's better than what? Al-Mashi fiha. And Tunwa fitinaka. When EFCC, they say EFCC came to arrest some people. It's in so estate and so estate. Let me go and see what is happening there. Only fitina ni wogaga for it. Say one. May Allah protect all of us. As you are going to look for what happened, you get into the crossfire and you are shot, you die. What will happen to you? Last week, one of my elder brothers, his cousin was said to have come. The boy had a 2-1 in UI. 2 weeks ago. What is 2 weeks? Less than a week ago now. It was, they said, in Ede here. He was walking and there was crossfire between two groups. He got into the crossfire. They gave him a gun. He died straight. Before I grew up, I have this advice from my father. Don't show. When two people are fighting, you can never see me there. Emi Ilaja. You don't see me where they are fighting. I won't go there. That's the advice I have from my father. Run away from the place. Emi Ilaja. Mi Iwoja. Ask my children. I don't divide the fight. Hey, let's separate. You won't see me there. How many people have separated fight and have received punches on their eyes? How many? When I was in first year in 92, in the University of Uyo, I was reading applied chemistry. Some people went to watch Mr. Marco. My father's friend, the daughter got her shank. The shank got broken into 2. She was a student in law. She was in 3rd year at the time. I was in the 1st year. The day they came to tell her father, my daddy was there. They said it was student riot. My father was telling him, sorry. The man said, but your own son is there too. He said, I trust him. He will not be there. How did I know? My elder sister came to visit me in school. They said, there is trouble in your school. That's on the Thursday after that Saturday. Sunday when that event occurred. So I said, why didn't you people come to check me since Monday and Tuesday when everybody is coming to check their children? She said, Daddy said that you cannot be there. I was laughing. She was the one who told me the story. We called the man Baba Ajayi. He said, Baba Jaisu. I say, yes, I heard that girl. I know her name. I won't just mention the name now. The daughter, the girl was involved. She wasn't part of those doing macho. She went to watch macho. One court when the Vikings or they shot when they didn't win. You know what will happen in the hall? Stampede. So she had her leg into one of the chairs. People fell on her. She broke her leg. My father said, my own son no good idea. We have that training from the don't watch, no trouble. You can't see me when people are making trouble. You can't see me there. You won't see me. May Allah protect all of us. لماذا؟ لأن الفتنة تجتنب ولا تجتلب. So the Prophet said, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, تكون فتنة النائم فيها خير من اليقظان واليقظان فيها خير من القائم والقائم فيها خير من الساعي فمن وجد ملجأ أو معاذا فليستعذ. Whoever finds a place to hide or a place of safety, فليستعذ يا ساسبه, hide there. People say, coward. See, you can't come. Say, yes, you go. Me, I'm here. I'll wait for you here. I won't go. I'm here. Don't go with them. May Allah protect all of us. I think our time is fast spent. We can stop here today, inshallah, so that we can take a few questions. But bismillah will continue from here in our subsequent classes on Fiqh Al-Fitan. No reasonable person gets involved in fitnah. No reasonable person gets involved in fitnah. If the fitnah is in Orita Olaya, please follow on Ababa or to opposite road, wherever you may be going. Please. May Allah protect all of us. Fitan does not benefit anybody. If a person is killed, they say he was killed by a mob. Mob, M-O-B, is the name of who? Mob is the name of who? Who is mob? He was killed by a mob. Who is mob? You see now? May Allah protect us. He was killed by a mob. Who is the mob? Mob has no name, no courts, nothing, no police will arrest anybody. Mob is mob. Mob has no identity. So how do you get into a mob? Don't get into a mob. And don't be one. Your name is Abdur-Razak. How do you become a mob? Don't. From the people who are from the people of mobs are people who carry the banners of tribalism. Don't join them. Our religion prohibits it. That was the last point we read, Al-Asabiyya. Joining parties that are based on tribalism. Tribalistic groupism, don't join them. Islam prohibits it. May Allah protect all of us. I think we can stop here. We'll continue from here in our next class, inshallah. We have a few questions here already. Abu Yusuf, we say, this one says, okay, please inform Abū Nāsir that a brother is making a live video of him with his phone. Alayhi wizru. Don't make a video of me. Please don't make a video of me. If you have made it, please just delete it. I have not allowed you to make a video of me. Every person who knows me knows that. Please don't make a video of me. If you make it, the day that I see it, I will curse you. The day that I see a video that you videoed me, I will curse you. I hope that it is clear. Even if it is haram that I am, if I remember that and saw that you made a video of me, I will send you a curse. I always tell the people, don't make zulm abosi. Masa abosi si mi o, tori pe to ba ya ni foríjìn o. Don't make zulm, don't bring zulm to me. It's one of the things I hate. Zulm, don't bring zulm to me. Because I have one dua with zulm. What did the Prophet say, alayhi salatu wasalam? Da'watul mazlum. Laysa baynahu, laysa baynaha wa bayna Allahi hijab. If you like, between Falak and Nas, if I give you Da'watul Mazlum, it will reach you. And I will give you at a time that I know that Allah will accept it. So don't video me. Kumoba wajao. May Allah protect us. From the 10th asl, does it mean it is not good to listen to analysts on radio? If you can avoid it, avoid it. Listen to analysis. Some people want to do Yoruba Nation. Some people want to do Igbo Nation. Why is it that it is you Yorubas who will fly to Aba to go and protect Igbos? Stop all these vagabond statements. We should stop it. We should live in peace. Everybody lives in peace. Peace. There is nothing like it. So, if those analysts, the analysis on the radio and TV will be agitating you towards making trouble, forget about it. Forget about it. I never joined Facebook till there was trouble in Kaduna. We didn't know where to go to. We didn't know where we can go, where we cannot go. Radio stations were shut down. There was no power, there was nothing. So we turned on the gems to be able to charge phones. So I said, okay, we will hear what is happening in various parts of the cities on the phone. So that we are not caught up. And Allah helped us with it. The second or third day, a brother was ill. We took him to a doctor. In my car. Trouble started 2 streets away from our own street. So people at home started shouting, trouble has started here. Be careful when you are coming back home. As we were driving towards that area, people were shouting, Malam, go back, go back. But they don't know that my house is just 2 streets away from that place. How will I go back and not go back to my family? I took somebody to the hospital. So how do I go back home? So that was not what made us begin to say, hey, we must be knowing what is happening so that we don't get in the middle of a crisis. If it is the reason why you are knowing what's happening, that's probably a good thing. But to say, oh, I have to know everything that's happening in this fitnah, I have to be up to date. Don't be up to date for the sake of being up to date. I hope that we recognize the difference between the two. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum. Okay. Another person wrote on video. I want to inform you that a brother is making a live video with his phone. Please don't make a live video for the sake of Allah. It is not lawful according to the scholars from the ahadith of the Prophet Muhammad. Especially you are here, you can see me and I can see you. Video. There's no need for a video. Some people say that it is allowed. Me, I believe that it is not allowed. I should have freedom of belief, Abi. So respect my belief. Please. I will not curse you again. Oh yeah, delete it now. Satan. Allah protect us. I think we can stop here, inshallah. Bismillah, in the next week, we'll continue with our class. The brother who took me on Hajj, that is, whose company we paid to go for Umrah, I told him that I'm going to tell the rest of the brothers that he did very well. That is Faz Travels, F-A-Z-N. You might have been seeing him advertising. The brother did very well. It's the first time I'm going with him on a journey. The first time I ever had anything to do with him on these journeys was about 4 years ago. He just made a visa for me, myself and my mother. He just made a visa, that's all. I did the rest of the things on my own, but this time all the full package, I enjoyed it with him. The brother really tried. That is Fast Travels. Fazl. The brother tried. I think he's a reliable person. He isn't allowed to travel with. And he's a person we know face to face. Not just face to face. We know him very well. Olamana. Afan Elamana. Mala Abbas Oyelami. Olamana. And he tries to fulfill whatever he says he will do during the journey. He tries to do it. It's a very good brother, Bismillah. And the trip was very interesting too. Many times he spent his own money to do things that he did not plan will happen. He spent his own money to do it. And most importantly, food. He brought good food for us. Very good food. So one day he brought semo and eforiro. It was very interesting. During Sahur. You know, you are Mopol, you are laughing. You know, because when you're in Saudi Arabia, you don't see semo. Bread, you know, my dear, you'll be eating bread and rice. Different types of bread. You can eat the bread as a cake, or as a bread, or as a... You'll be eating bread, you know. What can palo dani? It is bread and rice. So it can be rice and stew. It can be jollof rice. It can be fried rice. But all of them, what are they? Rice. So you are either eating rice or you are eating bread. No third food. So then, if you find somebody who can bring you a foriro and semo, you can enjoy it. Ya Allah reward this brother abundantly. Jazakallahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.